Okay, little guy, you ready for a story? Yeah, you still? Oh, okay. I thought he was asleep. He's still a little bit awake. We'll see if he'll burp for us, and we'll see if he'll stay awake for the story. Okay. So remember, last time we heard the story of Star Wars and Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader and Princess Leia and Han Solo and all those people. You want to hear the next part of that story? Okay, this one is called The Empire Strikes Back. Okay, so once upon a time, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Dun, 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 dun. I just gotta do the music every time I say those words. You know, it's iconic. You feel like you can't say those words without doing the music. Anyway, okay, so it's been a few years since the first movie. The Death Star has been destroyed, which is good, but the Empire is still in control of the galaxy, and the rebels are still fighting for freedom against them. So Luke and Han and all of them are officially part of the rebellion now. And the rebellion has a base, I guess, on Hoth, which is a cold, icy, snowy planet. You know, you've never seen snow yet, little guy, but it's cold and icy and snowy and all that stuff. I'm not sure what specifically they were doing there already, exactly, other than just having a base and doing their rebellion activities in a place that's probably hard for the Empire to track down. So let's see. One time Luke was doing a mission, a special important mission out in the snow on his Tauntaun. That's an animal they can ride out into the snow. But something went wrong, and he must have fallen off, and he got attacked by a wampa, which is a big snow monster. And he got lost and hurt out there in the snow. And while he was out there, he saw a vision from the ghost of Obi-Wan. Oh, that was a burp? Good job, good job. From the ghost of Obi-Wan, who still guides him sometimes, and who told him that Luke has to go to the Dagobah system, that's somewhere else in the galaxy, to get the rest of his Jedi training from a Jedi Master named Yoda. Okay, you haven't met him yet. So Luke knows that's the next place he has to go, but he's still out and trapped in the snow. So Han Solo goes out to look for Luke and is able to rescue him and bring him back to base. And also, there's some definite tension romantically between Han Solo and Princess Leia. They kind of both are in love with each other, but they're kind of both too stubborn to say it, so they get into arguments and stuff, even though they kind of like each other. And also, Princess Leia was trying to make Han jealous, so she kissed Luke, which is actually problematic for reasons that will be revealed later. But that's what happened. So then, after they were done on a Hoth, excuse me, Luke went in a ship to the Dagobah system, just like Obi-Wan told him to, and that was like a swampy, mucky planet, and his ship, his X-Wing, actually got stuck in the swamp. And he came out, and he's like, oh no, I'm stuck in the swamp. He had R2-D2 with him. It was just Luke and R2-D2 going on this mission alone. And he was looking for this person called Yoda, and he met a little green alien who was tiny and old and had pointy ears on the side, and he talks funny, kind of like this, like, and he says sentences backwards like, try not to, or do not, there is no try, and stuff like that. So that's how this little green alien talks. And, Luke was looking for a Jedi Master. He was probably looking for a big, strong warrior and stuff like that. And he asked, this little alien, can you help me find this person, this Yoda? But then he found out that the alien was Yoda, and you don't have to be a big, strong warrior to be a Jedi Master. Even someone little like Yoda can be a wise Jedi Master, and he's the one who started to teach Luke some things. So Luke stayed there for a while and worked on his Jedi training. He practiced with his lightsaber, and he practiced with the Force, and he tried to move his ship out of the swamp with the Force, but he couldn't quite do it yet. He thought it was too big to move with the Force, and then Yoda said things like, "Judge me by my size, do you?" And Yoda was Yoda maybe thought Luke wasn't quite ready. Luke is still young and impatient, and he wants to go do big actiony things. He doesn't want to just spend time training on this backwater swampy planet. And Yoda, who's very wise and very old, and probably more patient than Luke, says Luke isn't ready yet and things like that. But he's working on his training, so we'll see how that goes later. And meanwhile, the other people, Han and Leia and Chewbacca, and I guess C-3PO, went to a place called Cloud City, where an old friend of Han's was, a man named Lando Calrissian. And I forget specifically why they needed to go there. I mean, I think either to hide from the Empire or get help against the Empire. They thought Lando could help them. So they went there and they met Lando, and he's also a smuggler, criminal guy like Han. He's kind of a shady guy, but he's also kind of charming. So we kind of like him. So we'll see what happens with that. Actually, well, I know they go back and forth between the two storylines. I won't tell you everything, or I don't remember the exact order of everything, but yeah. So they go to Cloud City, and also someone is hunting for Han Solo, because remember, Han Solo owes money to Jabba the Hutt, who is a dangerous criminal, and Boba Fett is a bounty hunter. A bounty hunter is someone who hunts other people for money, and the Empire, who also doesn't like Han Solo because he's with the rebellion. So Darth Vader and the Empire have paid or enlisted Boba Fett to help them get Han Solo. So we'll see what happens with that. So meanwhile, Luke is still training with Yoda, and he actually has a vision where he fights Darth Vader. It's not really Darth Vader, but he, in his mind, has a lightsaber fight with Darth Vader, and Darth Vader's mask comes off, and it's really just Luke's face underneath. I wonder why. What does that mean, do you think? Is that some foreshadowing, Benny? Maybe. And also, Darth Vader has a communication with the Emperor. So the Emperor is Darth Vader's boss. Darth Vader actually isn't over the whole Empire. Emperor Palpatine is, and Darth Vader just works for him. And Emperor Palpatine tells Darth Vader that Luke Skywalker was actually the son of someone named Anakin Skywalker. And Darth Vader says, "What? Like, how is that possible?" Because he must have known who Anakin Skywalker was, and he didn't think that person had a son. So we'll see what happens with that in a minute. And let's see. So actually, when Han and Leia and them were on Cloud City with Lando, Lando Calrissian, Benny, he betrayed them to the Empire. It was really a trap, and the Empire, Darth Vader was there waiting for them. Now, Lando, he is mostly a good guy. He didn't want to betray his friends to the Empire, but the Empire kind of coerced and threatened him. They're powerful, and they do that. So they kind of convinced him to set up a trap. So he'll still have redemption later on, but this time he was kind of forced to do a bad thing for the Empire. So it's a trap. Darth Vader was there waiting for them. And I guess, yeah. And they took Han Solo away because Boba Fett wanted him, and for Jabba the Hutt, and they put him in what's called a carbon freezing chamber, okay? Which is like, he turns like into a statue, so he's going to be not dead, but captured. And just as he was about to go in there, Princess Leia said, "I love you," and Han Solo said, "I know." So that's how they know they love each other now. And they put Han in the carbon freezing chamber, and he was frozen just as a lifeless statue. We'll see if he stays that way forever, or if they rescue him in the next movie. They will. And Luke wanted to go back to Cloud City to help his friends because he could sense that they were in trouble and that Darth Vader was there. And Yoda thought he wasn't quite ready to fight Darth Vader because Darth Vader is a big bad guy, and Luke is still learning and stuff like that. But Luke was like, "I'm ready. I have to go," and he was able to use the Force to get his ship unstuck. And he went in his X-wing to Cloud City and found his friends, and he found Darth Vader. Good job, good burp. And he had a big fight, a big lightsaber fight with Darth Vader. I guess it was there in the carbon freezing chamber. I think Leia and Chewbacca somehow escaped their ship at that point. It's somewhere along the line. C-3PO got blown up and had to put him back together. That's a minor detail. But yeah, they're in their ship because they're ready for Luke after this thing that happens. So Luke and Darth Vader have a big lightsaber fight. They're in the carbon freezing chamber, I guess. And Darth Vader actually gets Luke out onto like some bridge precipice thing where he's in a precarious position. And he's able to cut Luke's hand off. Oh no. So Luke just lost his whole hand and his lightsaber. His lightsaber fell down this big long shaft that they're standing over. So Luke is in a precarious position, it seems. Oh, don't get upset now. This is the best part. This is a very famous, important part. And Darth Vader says, Obi-Wan never told you about your father, did he? And Luke says, he told me enough. He said you killed him. And then, Benny, Darth Vader says, no, Luke, I am your father. And Luke is like, what? That's not possible. And he says, search your feelings. You know it to be true. And Luke is like, no. So, Benny, Darth Vader is actually Luke's dad. Even though he's bad, he's Luke's dad. And, Obi-Wan told him that Darth Vader killed his dad, which wasn't quite exactly true. Okay, so now Luke knows the truth. That somehow, for some reason, Darth Vader is his father. And Darth Vader wants Luke to join him so they can rule the galaxy together. But then that would mean Luke is going to the dark side of the Force, and he doesn't want to do that because that's not good. So he escapes from there. He actually jumps down into the wide open shaft and escapes from Darth Vader. And then his friends on the Millennium Falcon catch him on their ship. So he's reunited with Leia and Chewbacca and C-3PO. And again, Han isn't there right now. But they'll just have to have one more movie where they rescue him and where they defeat the Empire. So actually, the good guys didn't win this time. It kind of ended on a bad note for the good guys, but that's why there's another movie where maybe things will turn around. So let's see what happens next time. Okay? So, yeah, that was quite a whirlwind of a story, wasn't it? Quite an emotional roller coaster, Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that Darth Vader was actually Luke's father? Who knew? I don't know. I didn't know that. Yeah, I did. Okay. So yeah, we'll see what happens next time. Until next time, may the Force be with you all. And good night.